Welcome back everybody to Easy Weeknight Cooking with Heart's Desire Spice Blends, and tonight we have chai spiced cake donuts. Oh yum! Did I mention that my favorite thing in the world was like cake donuts? Yeah. Anyway, so tonight we've got a pretty simple recipe, and so we're going to start off with 4 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 cup of canola, some sort of vegetable oil, 1 cup granulated sugar, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, of course packed when you measure it, or else it will not measure correctly, 2 large eggs, 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, of course our blend of the month, chai spice. That's 1/2 teaspoon of this marvelous stuff. It is still on sale until the end of the month. So 1/4 teaspoon chai spice. We're going to need 3/4 teaspoon salt. It's totally optional. Actually, I keep on forgetting it, and these come out fabulous. But sometimes people want it to make the small amount of flavor difference that it does make. But yeah, I'm going without it tonight. About 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And this stuff is a lot of fun to make if you've ever made it. 2 2/3 cup all-purpose flour. Now you can get the bleached, unbleached, it's totally up to you. And 1 cup of milk. And that's gonna be 1 cup. There we go. Now, how are we gonna do this tonight? We're going to do this in stages, and you will absolutely need your whisk. So first thing we're going to do is grab ourselves our large bowl. Now this is the flour, the chai spice, the baking soda, and the baking powder. And that's all for the dry ingredients that you're going to put in there. Why? Because you're going to be mixing all of these separately, and hey, when you put it all together, it works really good. So mix up your flour, chai spice, baking soda, and baking powder until you have a uniform color and texture. And as you can see here, I do not have pockets of different colors going on. It's all uniform color, uniform texture, and there you go. Put that aside. Next, what we're going to be doing is cream our sugars and our butter. Gimme. And you're also going to throw in your vegetable oil at this time, of course, as well as the yummy stuff, our vanilla extract. Scrape that bottom. Now, go ahead and cut up your butter. And at this point, we're going to be creaming the butter with our other sugars and such, just like you do for cookies. And you do not want to skip this step because that makes sure that you don't get tons and tons of lumps everywhere. Go ahead and smoosh your butter around until it starts to cream. Mix as long as it takes to make sure there's no lumps, because you do not want a lump of sugar in your cake donut. That's just kind of rude. So that is ready for the eggs now. You have things pretty well mixed together, and the eggs will make this into somewhat of a sauce as you put them in. You will have quite the thin batter when you're done with that. Put that aside and bring out your flour. At this point, you can just scrape that right on into your flour. Scrape that on in there. And now, time for your milk. Put about half the milk in to start with. And we're going to mix this gently so it does not slosh until things just start coming together nicely. And I like using the whisk for this. At this point, we're starting to come together. There are pockets of flour still around, but it's starting to get thick. And the whole idea behind this is to get the ingredients together quickly without mixing your batter much, because cake donuts are meant to be light and fluffy and crumbly, oh yum. And you do not want to develop much of the gluten in this flour. Now, there is a note here for you guys. If anybody wants this recipe for gluten-free or keto, just get a hold of us. I'll give you the recipe. And there we go. That is now put together. You do not see any pockets of flour in there, and it is a smooth batter. Now these can go aside, and I have made a mess, but that's okay. We're gonna make more of a mess, because what are we gonna do now? We're gonna break out a gallon-size Ziploc bag, stuff that in there, mush it all into a corner and cut off the corner so we can pipe it into our donut pan very easily. Go ahead and start ladling your batter right into the bag. Now, like I said, this is not going to be a really thin batter. It is going to be pretty much barely put together so that you don't have pockets of flour, but it's not been mixed for very long. You may have lumps, and that's okay. That is seriously okay, because we're going to sacrifice that for the crumbly texture that is cake donuts. Now, I have squished all of my donut batter into a corner. Leave that alone. We're looking for this corner right here. We're gonna go snip and pipe it into our donut pan. Now, the oven will have been on to 425 by this time. We want it to come up to temperature before we try to put this in it, of course, because otherwise the temperature differential may not give you the results you're looking for. And trust me, you want these beautiful golden brown results. So good. Go ahead, and I'm gonna cut off about yay much, because that's going to give me a really nice wide swath in my donut pan. And I'm going to be filling these less full than the directions tell you to fill a normal donut pan. And I will actually show you about how full to do it. And I have found that using a piping bag, or in this case, a Ziploc bag, instead of just trying to spoon things in and pray, works really, really well. And there we go. This is a silicone tray. You can see that is not 1/4 inch from the top. About that far up the side is how you're going. There you go. And this is ready for the oven. You're going to let that rest on a wire rack for about 5 to 7 minutes after it's been in a 325 oven for about 10 minutes. And this is what you're gonna get. Gorgeous or what? Now that, my friends, is a cake donut. And oh, are they good? My gosh. Now, traditionally, cake donuts are made with only nutmeg. Chai spice just gives so much more sweetness to that we were able to reduce the sugar. Matter of fact, oh my goodness, I've loved. When I was telling you how much of what to put in, I forgot that I reduced the amount of sugar in there. Oops, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love donuts. Oh yeah. And it even looks like a donut on the inside. Sweet. I can only imagine what these would be like fried, but they're a lot healthier this way, right? So, oh my gosh, yes, yum. So from our kitchen to yours, that is chai spiced cake donuts. Very, very worthy of donut lovers. And you guys keep things tasted. We will see you next week with chai spice glazed chicken.